You, what's happening? Here for my weekly show until I can fucking move closer to work. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing this past week? I was finally able to get on my brother's live stream for a little while. I'm in this fucking house all by myself. The three guys just abruptly left, and one of them stole the cat. Yeah, stole the fucking cat. Oh. I had three people, then I had one. I'll wait till the chat builds up a little bit. How about these fucking protesters? I mean, Israel isn't my favorite country for a variety of reasons, but I think you can tell who's right and who's wrong by watching these fucking idiot protesters. I don't think we should have sent money to Israel. Fuck them. 34 trillion in debt, and we're sending money to Taiwan, Ukraine, and fucking and Israel. Why? How could you be $34 trillion in debt and be able to send what was 100 billion? How is that possible? That just shows you none of it really means anything. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't. It's not logical to owe $34 trillion and to be able to just send $100 billion out. That, you know, I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. You hook these fucking headphones up. I should play my trailer. It's on Dave McDowell channel, so there. I think this is it. Yeah, it's on this one. Oh, shit. God damn it. Did he take it down? Motherfucker. There it is. So this is a trailer that an artist out of LA did for me, for my channel. It's very dark, so.
Tonight on Horror Cinema Creature Double Feature, the massage parlor from hell. I was just about to have flatulence while taking down his drawers, and I said to myself, please, Jimmy, please, how many times do I have to say that you're stretching out my uterus every day? He went to the bathroom on me twice. On the poop side, he was able to see my snatch. Oh my God, it was the most fucked up thing ever. You gotta pay before you cream, which he said, I'm about to open my legs. What do you think? You touched my ass? You penetrated my Oreo? Having a penis for everybody now. What about you? You want to lick my badoo-doo? Yeah, for the second Horror Creature Classic, stop boinking my wife. Who's his father? It's Jamal. Yeah, he looks like fucking Jamal. That ain't my fucking kid. It's a good time to fucking stare at his phone to see what porn he's looking at. He ain't yours. Damn, I knew it. Why do I gotta wash his fucking dildos? He prances around like a homo, but I know he's banging my wife. What's this gay music he's listening to? He dances to it. He takes me to whorehouses and fucking pays for my fucking to cheat on my wife. Oh my God. This fucking kid, I'll never get over it. Yeah. Oh shit. It's Jamal's. I fucking knew it. It's Jamal's fucking kid, you fucking little. Hey, Jimmy from Philly. Pick up the phone, man. It's David. I'm sorry, it's like 3 a.m. You're probably sleeping right now or getting a hand job from some whore somewhere. I don't care, man. Listen, man, I just wanted to call to say I'm thinking about you. And I kind of want to apologize for my treatment of you throughout the years. And yes, I'm fucking drunk, but that doesn't change my feelings for you. I fucking love you, Jimmy. Yes, I date exclusively women, but I want you so bad I can almost taste it. My love is deeper than the fucking ocean, man. Pick up. Jimmy from Philly arrived and missed you as he orgasms in a massage parlor venue. The fat bitches pump his skinny Johnson, then he shoots off like Charles Bronson. He had a death wish, his acid's the shit. He eats your wife while ignoring her clit. 3 brown dudes in a yellow car. So Jimmy's sign promoting Orange Man Czar. They stole the signs like a thief in the night. Their pussies were just black and tight. Screaming, fuck you, Jimmy grabbed his knife. Some blood will spew. Screaming fucking niggas from the side of the street. Running after their car smoking Parmesan cheese. Stealing Jimmy signs has consequences. He'll stab your tires, break his knife, and give your wife permanent menses tonight. The vagina screams from across the land. Jimmy rips your wife like the Taliban. He slaps LSD in your wife's drink. Fills her every hole as the room starts to stink. Jimmy's Magic Johnson will cure the world's ills. Make her ass smell like a fish fry in a landfill. Dildos drowning out the sound of her thrills. Breaking out of jail as he busts a nut on a windowsill. Cleaning up the vomit from the shower pisser. Calling food admin a vagina disser. Propaganda sucking George Soros macro dick. Are you excited to see Jimmy?
Hold on.
Is it weird boner sticks? Why your wife come home with no underpants? Jimmy wearing them on his head, breaking into his dance. He skips down the street wearing your shoes. He's wearing your clothes.
Yeah, I'm
As humility ensues.
Yeah,
Jimmy drives your car and raises your kids. He's going through your wife hotter than laxatives. Help. Somebody ripped off my dick hole. Help. Is it worth it? Nope. My prostate was involved. Amazing. Nope. Never do that again. I have sex with her. Crunching on my penis no long ago. I developed mind control. You happen to see my dick laying around? That's what happens when you fuck with Jimmy. I owed him $5. He threatened to kill. Now, as I do, I pee in a colostomy bag. Jimmy was livid. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to do? He burst into my house and slapped me around and proceeded to have intercourse with my wife. He made me watch it. He was heaving buttocks. He's heaving buttocks. What you doing there, buddy? He came all over your fucking face. Then he proceeded to fart all over me. I haven't got over it. Then he proceeded to have intercourse with my wife and mom till they had to pick me off the bathroom floor.
I haven't played that in a while. Chasworth, what's up? Kill the Bear. I remember seeing you. Welcome to the channel. What's up, X? Look at those moves. Yeah, that's right. Richie, me brother. Eccentric Poet. Ain't seen you in a while. What's up? What's the cat screeching video, sounding video about? That was a trailer that I had an artist out of LA do for me. His name's Dave McDowell. He watches The Hard Bastard. And he did that David Pakman thing for me too. He did this for me too. He didn't want to sign it because he was afraid David might sue him. First of all, David couldn't successfully sue somebody for doing this because it's satire. David's a public figure. So he did a couple things for me. So all very reasonably priced too. So Commander, what's up? See, now that it's getting nice, the fucking natives around here like to blast their fucking music. It's unbelievable. They sit out in cars on the street. I hate to say it, this is the kind of bullshit you put up with in a black neighborhood. You know, in a fucked up black neighborhood, you put up with a lot of bullshit. They just do not give a fuck about the people that live around them. It's just the truth. It's the truth. Trash all over, noise all hours of the night, fucking gang wars, drugs. Jimmy, at what age did you start going bald? I'm not going bald. My glasses are fucked up. I broke both of the arms of the glasses. And this is the best way to keep it on my head with the bandana. So I'm not going bald. My father was bald, but until I owe some money and I got it down to $300. So once that's paid, I think I'll get glasses. Well, I got to move too. So I really don't have the money to do all this shit at once. So. That rule, do you like it? Yeah, I've had I had at least one person say, "Oh, that was terrible. That was." I mean, it's dark humor. What, you know, like I don't care. I'll kill the Boer. Jimmy, you need to get the hell out of Philly. I know, Nelson. Jimmy, tell me your prescription and address. I'll send you some glasses. I don't know the prescription. I have to. Looks like my best bet there is going to America's Best. You can get like a same day appointment. But I mean, don't. The fucking lenses are so expensive because I get progressive lenses and they're bifocal. The fucking lenses are going to cost me probably $400, something like that. It's fucking ridiculous. And I really need two pair. I need a pair for work and a pair because this pair is fucked up. It's all scratched up, but I can still see. You know what I mean? Everybody knows it's Nelson. Kill the Boer. That's funny. Oh, shit. So, hold on. So, Benny Johnson did a video on. So I had tickets to this rally, but I had to work, so it really wasn't a viable way to get there.
People in this country know it. We're doing great. We've never done better. People understand that. People normally that would be a negative.
Fuck.
People in this country.
Oh, what the fuck is the problem? I don't understand.
People in this country know it. We're doing great. We've never done better. People understand that. People normally that would be a negative, but for us it's a positive because people they get it. They need to do that in order to win because they've done nothing else. They have a bad everything about them. Think of one thing that's better. You look at the Afghanistan disaster. You look at the border. You look at the economy, the real economy, not the fake economy. Everything they touch turns to what? You shouldn't use that kind of language. Look. You can't use the word shit, okay? That's like Christie. You know Chris Christie. Does anybody like Chris Christie? So I was in New Hampshire, and he was fighting. You know, he's like totally unhinged. It's called syndrome. I would say he was a major case of Trump derangement syndrome. But he was in there, and somebody from the front row said, "Sir, he's a fat pig." And I said, but nobody heard. The person was a nice person, but said I said, you cannot call Chris Christie a fat pig. You cannot do that. Please, sir, if you call him a fat pig once more, I'm going to have you leave the arena. And the guy didn't know what was happening. I said, don't worry about it. I'm only kidding. But I said, you cannot call him a fat pig because you're not allowed to use the fat word. You know, you can use almost any word, but you can't use the fat word. It's career ending. If you call somebody fat, it's career ending. We're all fat. Except for Lawrence Taylor and OJ, they're not fat. They're not fat. They sure as hell weren't fat when they played football, were they? Huh? What do you think? I don't think. They're great guys. So we're going.
Over 100,000 people were in Wildwood, New Jersey yesterday. Over 100,000. I had tickets, but I had to work, and I really had no real way down there. I mean, I could have got there, but I really had to work. And since it's going to rain at least 1 to 2 days this week, it's better off that I worked. Jimmy, it is your right. So the prescription is about 5 years old. I probably need a new prescription anyway. And I called the place that I had it done at, and they told me they lost the records. They're probably lying, but yeah. And there's problems with ordering glasses online. A lot of times the glasses don't fit, and then you have a hell of a time getting them fit. You'd have to go to an eyeglass store and beg them to help you. Let's see, Jimmy, I got beat up at school. You got any advice to deal with them? Fight back. Get some friends. Second Amendment. Ever get wild in Wildwood? Yep. Centric poet. He's just trolling. Yeah. Trump had over 100,000 people at that rally. Benny Johnson's claiming that he's a YouTuber. That was the biggest political rally ever. No, actually, you're retarded. So it looks like all those cases against Trump are all getting delayed. And they're all falling apart, too. As they should, It's all bullshit. He's not winning, Jimmy. Get over it. Okay, Nelson. The only way Trump loses is if they cheat him again. So, and that is possible. They've went to great lengths to take Trump down. 4 cases with no basis in law whatsoever they brought against him. 91 counts that have no legitimacy whatsoever. None. Every case is bullshit. Every case. When is Dr. K Part 2 happening? I don't know. I messaged him. He messaged me back about, I think it was about 2 months ago. And he said he would talk to his team about it. And he said, keep in mind that scheduling is months out rather than weeks out because he got bigger, So I said, let me know when you have a date. So. I imagine I'll probably be much different in Dr. K Part 2. You know what I mean? Because I was a little out of my mind, doing a lot of drugs and shit. I'll be sober a year on the 20th. 8 days. Woohoo. Students walk out on Jerry Seinfeld's commencement speech. Duke University. To protest Israel's war in Gaza. Wow. These fucking people. Wow. Yeah, Poet, it's really not that big a deal. Not to me, it ain't. I mean, I know a lot of people in AA go ape shit. I basically haven't been to AA in well over a month. I'm sick of the kind of people that I'm around anymore. I don't like it. I just don't. Especially what went on in this halfway house. I mean, I just had enough of these fucking people. I mean, your environment affects you greatly, and I don't want to be around liars, manipulators, thieves. I don't need it. I don't fucking need it. I'm better off by myself, really. When I move, I may go to the occasional meeting, but I really don't like South Philly at all. I'm in a sketchy ass neighborhood, At lunch with his mommy. All right. AA attracts sheeps. I don't know about that. If that's the case, then any group, large group or movement, you could say the same thing about. So. Dr. K says he's gotten too big for you. Yeah, well, my interview hit 1 million viewers. I got more than the murderer. So that's because I was more entertaining than the murderer. Sheeps. Yeah, you tried to straighten it out, but linguistically, you're a retard. Yeah, this shit's unbelievable what they're doing to Trump, man. But he's, let's face it, he's successfully, and this is what kills me, like on the mainstream media saying, Trump's lawyers plan to delay everything. Let me fucking tell you something. When you're arrested for a crime and you hire a private attorney, they all delay. Primarily because they have other cases, but the thing is too, the further away from the crime, the better off it is. Witnesses' recollections become hazy. Maybe they lose paperwork, you know. But the immunity thing's going to hold up the documents case, I guess. The documents case is pure bullshit. They literally in the documents case, Jack Smith, the prosecutor, admitted to what was the words they used? Mishandling the evidence, really tampering with the documents. The White House sent a skid of classified documents to Mar-a-Lago. I don't understand why the case isn't thrown out right there, but that'll be continued well past the election. The what case? What's the other case? Looks like the Stormy Daniels case. I think that's going to be continued too. I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah. Jimmy, I'm from Africa. No, you're from Kansas, Nelson. You should invite the murderer on the stream. I have no way of contacting him. They also want witnesses to get tired of waiting. Yeah, well, right. The documents case is held up because Smith mishandled the boxes. Yeah, and plus what they did was they went through the documents and they took pictures and they leaked it to the internet and they tried to claim that Trump had documents strewn all over Mar-a-Lago or something, which was complete bullshit. And I believe the White House sent a pallet of documents to Mar-a-Lago. Or they sent it, I think they might have sent it to the FBI office, and then the FBI asked one of Trump's people to come get it. Yeah, and they threw a bunch of documents in there that Trump supposedly shouldn't have. The whole case is bullshit. We need more interviews with deranged people in the stream. Okay, Nelson. My brother said Nelson wants to play word games with the Dutch. So my brother said the documents the FBI laid out and took pictures of were from the GSA boxes. I don't know what that means. GSA boxes. Yeah, all these cases they got against Trump are complete nonsense. It's just complete nonsense. So, and the Stormy Daniels case, she testified the other day, and I don't know if she was in the bag for Trump because she said on the stand she hated Trump. She said on the stand that she'll never pay him back the money that a court ordered her to pay him. 600 and some thousand, his attorney fees, right? I think one of Trump's financial people that said that Trump never told anybody to do anything with it. You know what I mean? Like they made the decision to make it a legal payment or something like that. And first of all, they're charging him, the felonies involved are federal. This is a state court doing it. You can't do that. A state court cannot handle federal charges. And the reason for doing this is if it was federal, they'd be making, that makes it a felony. And if it was state, it was statute of limitations was up.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
I'm here. Listen to me. This was the great thing about Stormy's testimony. She fucked herself. They had a woman prosecutor that started questioning her, and she said, "From what I understand, you wrote the scripts of some of your films." And she smiled and says, "Yes, I'm very proud of them." He goes, "How many?" Said there were 150 movies that I wrote the full script, and she didn't realize she was being set up. The prosecutor then, or the defense attorney then said, "Okay, so you're telling me that you have all this experience in making up a story about adults who never had sex." I mean, she killed herself.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Oh yeah, I saw Megyn Kelly had a video on it, and one of the guys was in the room in the courtroom that she had on, and he goes, to the left of me, these people are saying, "Oh, Stormy just crushed him." He goes, to the right were two judges that I know that said, "How the hell did she just do that? She destroyed her own case." Unbelievable, man. She didn't even catch on till the end. And then she says, "Yeah, well, those stories, the sex was real and it was real here too." And everybody's like, "Yeah, okay, Stormy, you fucking moron." Unbelievable. Yeah, you're right, though. She said she hated Trump and she wanted him to go to prison. And another one said, another one when she complained and said, it was very off-putting what he did. And he goes, "Off-putting? You're a porn star." like that's what you do for a living.
Yeah.
Pudding,
Well, hasn't she on multiple occasions denied ever having sex with Trump?
She wrote the letter in 2018 saying that in 2016, 2017, and now 2018, she has denied that an affair happened. She said, also, I keep being asked, did I write this letter and make these statements because I was paid with an NDA? No, the reason why was because it never happened. Now, recently they called her on that, and she said, "Well, of course, because I was under an NDA." And so they're like, "Oh, so you were lying then, but we should believe you now." She's
Right.
got no. You know what? She sat there, Jimmy, like this a lot of the time, with her tits hanging out. I mean, she had a green blouse on and a black jacket. And then she tried to look around, dude. She tried to look around the defense attorney to talk straight to the jury. Jimmy, she was like a child when she was talking. She was like an angry little child. And the story goes that there's a whistleblower that says that she and Cohen were having an affair since 2006. And that
I read about that.
Yeah, and he came up with the idea to do the hush money thing. And I did a video the other day pointing out that there was a doorman a former doorman from one of Trump's buildings. And right before 2016, right before the election, he got $30,000 for his story in perpetuity from the Enquirer, the National Enquirer. And it was their parent company, American Media Inc., that gave him the 30 grand, but they checked it out. And they said there was absolutely no credibility. So the point was that the guy knew that this billionaire running for president right before the election would do a payout. And so that's what Stormy and Cohen thought too. And and she owes him $500,000 now.
Over 600,000.
Well, I heard 500,000.
685,000.
Wow. Yeah.
That's his attorney fees.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was
case.
that, and attorney's expenses as well. Yeah, that dude. And I wonder if she's still banging Cohen. I don't know. I just don't know.
Isn't Cohen married?
Well, he was until all this shit happened. I think his wife left him. I think she left him when he went to prison. He was just always a scumbag. But Jim, this is the problem with Merchan's trial. Okay, Merchan has a gag order on Trump, so. Right. So what's called Cohen can go out there and do videos on Twitter, X, and say all kinds of shit against Trump. Trump's not allowed to talk back. So the judge, after so many people bitched about that, the judge finally told him, tamp it down on your social media stuff on Trump, because he realized it wasn't fair. Judges always do a gag order on both sides. What's up, Bess? They do a gag order on both sides, not just one side. And a lot of people say, well, Trump's the one that's taught. Yeah, but now you got the other side that can say whatever the hell they want, and Trump's not allowed to defend himself. It's bullshit. But you're right, Jim. Every case they have is horseshit. And I think they're all going to drop. Now, he may be convicted on something. For Christ's sake, he's in New York. What was that noise?
The
Jimmy, what was
stove.
Oh, really?
The stove.
All right. You sounded like
Fuck.
it was. All right, Jimmy, I got to run. I'll talk to you.
All right. I know the glare's a bitch. What's up, boss? What's happening? I just was in Amsterdam recently. What a shithole. So many Palestinian flags. Center Poet said. To me, the whole thing is just embarrassing. I don't want to hear about any president's sex life or alleged sex life, and I don't want to broadcast the U.S. president's sex life to the world like this either. Well, see, the whole thing, Poet, was it was wrong to have her even testify in the case, because the reality is the case is about bookkeeping. That's what it's about. Okay, so the payments, they're trying to say that the payments that Trump made when he reimbursed his lawyer took it upon himself to pay this porn star $130,000. Trump paid him back in installments of $35,000 a month, I think. Right, that's where they get all these counts, like 39 counts or whatever the fuck it was. Right, so it's a bookkeeping case. But the reality is, if they were to charge it, how can I put this? The criminal charges that they're alleging happened that didn't, see, how can I put this? So it is illegal to pay off somebody to protect your campaign, but it is not illegal to pay off somebody to not embarrass your family, your wife, your children, right? So how are they going to prove that he wasn't doing this to save his family embarrassment or him embarrassment with his family, right? And also the charges are well past the statute of limitations. They would be misdemeanor charges in a state court. It's past the statute of limitations. So what they did was they charged him with federal charges that amount to felonies, but it's a state court using federal charges. That's impossible. You can't do that. And yet they're doing it. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion. I'm not making that up. So the whole case is bullshit. And for them to use her to testify, she wasn't needed to testify. Do you understand? She was not needed. It's a bookkeeping case. That's what the crime is. You know? So it's all bullshit. Well, Poet, yes, it's undignified, but if you look at everything they've done to Trump since he first started campaigning in 2015, 14 or 15, everything they've done was to disrespect him. One of the reasons why they call him Orange is because the color orange is associated with narcissism, right? I've never seen any orange on Trump. Trump uses a bronzer. It's like a tanning thing because he's quite often he's on film, right? So he uses a bronzer so his face doesn't shine up. You know what I mean? Everything they've done tactically was to disrespect Donald Trump. I mean, it's just a fact. Yeah, be back on one sec. The federal elections official wanted to testify that Trump violated no election campaign finance laws, and Judge Merchan would not allow him to testify, but he allowed Stormy. Yeah, that's yeah, it's real. The real Vincent Griffin. What's up, man? Biden sucks ass. Correct. We call him orange because he looks orange, Jimmy. What are you talking on about? No, he doesn't look orange. He does not. That's all psychological. It's all bullshit. Nelson 2.0. I know. Jesus Christ. Pretty funny. Real Vincent. Just chilling in London. You got a lot of Muslims there in London now? That's what I'm hearing. I've seen pictures. The streets, it don't look like London. I remember seeing pictures of London when I was a kid. You know, Englishmen walking around, English women. Now it's all Muslims. The UK has destroyed their own country. They destroyed their own country. And they continue to do it with this massive immigration. They've destroyed the English culture. And they're trying to do it here in America. Congrats for reelecting. Yeah, you really think they reelected him? You really think the English people reelected him? 25 Celsius. UK destroyed themselves when they conquered 100 countries. Now the chicken has come home to roost. No, now the commies have come home to roost. Their own politicians sold them out. Their own politicians. English people sold English people out. Same thing that's happening here in America. And I honestly believe if you don't have strong conservative leadership like Trump in the future, the liberals will win. They will win. The commies will win because they've infiltrated every institution. Look at that. Look at all these charges they brought against Trump. Each and every one has no merit whatsoever. It's all a big bag of bullshit. Wolfie, what's up? Wolfie said, improved all those countries, by the way. You're welcome. So now I got the run of the whole house. There you go. Having a bit of technical difficulties. I gotta stop smoking, man. It's fucking with my breathing and shit. Really. Center Poet said, I have to respectfully disagree, Jimmy. I'm a makeup artist, and the bronzer is not the right color. Not the right color bronzer turns orange under lights. I've done makeup for commercials and magazines. Well, I got to disagree with you because I've never seen Trump look orange. And orange, psychologically, is the color of narcissism. If people wear a lot of orange, they're generally looked at as being narcissistic, and they've cried this narcissism bullshit about Trump for I don't know how long. Now, people have made arguments that any leader is somewhat narcissistic. Maybe they are, but I have yet to see Trump look orange. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I've yet to see it. I've yet to see it. Kill the Boer. India was a thriving country before the British. Now it's another with people shitting on the streets. The English didn't do that. The Indians did that themselves. They're fucking pigs. The Indians have a caste system. You're either very rich or very poor. It's the way these people are. They're fucking starving, and cows fucking walk around freely. I'd be killing a cow every fucking month. Feed my family. Fuck that. Real Vincent Griffin says, most of the people coming are from fucking hot countries like Afghan, Iraq, India. Said it's roasting hot here in London. Fuck living in the desert. The Israeli-Palestine conflict was also caused by the British. Yeah, I know. I know, Nelson. Shitting on the streets is a PTSD response to British collaboration. Street shitter's gonna shit. My brother said the cows are starving too. Never going to apologize for the Dutch Republic. Like many European empires, we got shit done. You can thank Obama and Hillary for that. They fucked up that Arab Spring that wasn't a spring at all. North Africa and Middle East are worse off now than before the Arab Spring. Cows with cobwebs on their a-holes. The Dutch ruined my homeland of South Africa. No. The Dutch made South Africa. What are you talking about? It's the natives got jealous is what happened down there. South Africa would not be what it is today without the Dutch. Africans didn't know how to farm their own lands, so that's on them. And then they got jealous of the Dutch because the Dutch had shit, because they got shit done. So it's and that fucking Mandela went on, ordered bombing campaigns that killed innocent government workers. He's a fucking terrorist, What's up, our pal? Right, the commies came and wanted to take over. Yeah, South Africa would not be what it is today without the Dutch. You would not see that city, you'd see fucking wigwams all over the fucking place. I don't think the Africans built any fucking cement buildings ever. I don't think they did any of that shit. All white Afrikaner and Boers are welcome in my country. Africa was thriving before the white man came. No, actually, African leaders sold their resources to other countries. Corruption is what fucked up Africa. So, and again, Africans sold Africans for slavery. It's not like the white man descended on the jungle and threw nets over black people, which is what they want you to believe, but that's simply not true. White people couldn't survive in the jungle because of malaria, TC fly, all that bullshit. So, no. Africans did it to themselves, and it's not really the African people; it's their governments, their leaders, which is being played out all around the world now. Our leaders are selling us out now. The UK leaders have sold them out. That's what corruption does. You'll sell your mother down the street to become wealthy. Yeah, it's the thing. Regular Dutch people are ashamed and do not claim Boers as their own. No, that's not true. That's Nelson. Okay, Nelson, you gotta go. Ban user, we'll see you. We'll see you, Nelson. Say goodbye to the Boer. Kill the Boer. Right. We got rid of him. Fuck him. He'll come back as somebody else. He'll rematerialize in moments. Where's Nino when you need him? Oh, man. It's just too much. Let's watch this. This is very short, so.
Got some more great news regarding combating black fragility and
I'm going to read, as an example, an historical example. This is American history. from a narrative produced many years ago by WPA. Some of you in the audience will know what that means. Anyone who doesn't, ask your nearest neighbor with hair as gray as mine. This excerpt is from a volume, Lay My Burden Down, which is the verbatim record of interviews with the last of the slaves. On the screen, you will see the pictures in the volume of those who were interviewed. I will read only a small segment, just to give you a sense of the drama, the feeling and content which lies in this kind of historical material, which is the content we teach. This one is called, She Never Got to Keep Her Babies. My mother told me that Master owned a woman who was the mother of several children, and when her babies would get about a year or two of age, he'd sell them, and it would break her heart. She never got to keep them. When her fourth baby was born and was about 2 months old, she just studied all the time about how she would have to give it up, and one day she said, I just decided I'm not going to let old Master sell this baby. He just ain't going to do it. She got up and give it something out of a bottle, and pretty soon it was dead. Of course, didn't nobody telling her, or he'd have beat her nearly to death. Second segment, titled, I Just Said It to the Wrong Person. One time, some Yankee soldiers stopped and started talking to me. They asked me what my name was. I say Liza, and they say, Liza who? I thought a minute, and I shook my head. Just Liza. I ain't got no other name. He say, who live up yonder in that big house? I say, Mr. John Mixon. He say, you are Liza Mixon. He say, do anybody ever call you nigger? And I say, yes, sir. He say, next time anybody call you nigger, you tell him you is a Negro, and your name is Miss Liza Mixon. The more I thought of that, the more I liked it, and I made up my mind to do just what he told me to. My job was minding the calves back while the cows was being milked. One evening I was minding the calves, and old Master came along. He say, what you doing, nigger? I say, real pert like, I ain't no nigger. I's a Negro, and I'm Miss Liza Mixon. Old Master sure was surprised, and he picks up a switch and starts at me. Law, but I was scared. I had never had no whipping, so I run as fast as I can to Grandma Gracie. I hid behind her, and she say, what's the matter with you, child? And I say, Master John going to whip me. And she say, what you done? And I say, nothing. She say, you know better. And about that time, Master John got there. He say, Gracie, that little nigger sassed me. She say, Lawsy, child, what does ail you? I told him what the Yankee soldier told me to say. And Grandma Gracie took my dress and lifted over my head and pinched my hands and sides, and Lawsy, how she whipped me. And I dasn't holler loud either. I just said that to the wrong person. The authentic content of these reports can touch and teach many adolescents. Quite a few which I did not read take a strong heart and stomach. Slavery, as a matter of fact, was not good.
Yeah, Richie, that was taken from a YouTube video, so it's no problem. I've seen some African females that look good. You know what I mean? It's like any other race. You got your ugly women, you got your good looking women. Hold on, I'm gonna find this video. There's proof that David Pakman is gay.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. It's been an interesting weekend. I want to tell you about something really strange that happened over the weekend. I got an email from a viewer saying that there's a movie, a documentary about LGBT teen suicide as a result of bullying, and that my face is in the movie as someone who, as an LGBT teen, committed suicide. Now, as everybody on the show knows, I'm alive. And I'm not a teen, and I'm not gay, and I wasn't bullied, and I didn't commit suicide. So obviously I thought that this is a very unusual thing. I looked up the movie called Minnesota Nice, and exactly as described, here is the section of that movie where I am featured as someone who, as an LGBT teen, committed suicide because I was bullying. Take a look.
Samantha Johnson was 13 years old.
Justin Auber killed himself last July. He was just 15 years old.
I am devastated over the death of 18-year-old Tyler Clementi.
And as you can see, there is my picture, and that was it. So of course I was confused, and I did a little video about it on Friday, or maybe it was Thursday night, and people started sending me information. This was a documentary produced about a year ago by Alec Fisher, who was a senior in high school at the time. And we really didn't know anything else about it. And eventually, after this started being written about on a number of different websites, including Breitbart, which I'll get to what the comments were on that site, I finally got in touch he got in touch with me. Alec Fisher got in touch with me, who directed the movie. And he explained, here's what happened. I did a Google image search for gay teen suicide, and your picture came up. Now, had he clicked on that picture, it would have gone, or maybe he did and he didn't realize that what it went to. When you click on that, it goes to a website that blogged about our coverage of a gay teen suicide in Minnesota. In other words, it was a video of me alive, sitting in front of a microphone and a camera, talking about what happened in Minnesota. And, you know,
here's David once again trying to get out of being gay. You know what I mean? He tries to give this intellectual discussion.
As apparently just happened, there was not further research done, and my name was put in there assuming that I was the one who was a gay teen who had committed suicide. And so we missed one research step. I talked to Alec. He was very apologetic, and I told him I'm not at all mad. And the reality is, putting together as a senior high school project a 45-minute movie, cohesive movie about the important topic of LGBT bullying and suicide, that's a great accomplishment. It's too bad that my face was in there because it just isn't accurate. But I told Alec, I'm not at all mad. A lot of people find this incredibly funny, although the topic is very serious, that my face pops up in the middle of the music, you know, the emotional music. And I'm not mad, but I guess just in the future, you know, you want to do better research.
Right.
And that's the thing. And Alec edited my picture out. I don't know anything about the veracity of
You're not mad because you're gay.
any of the other people whose pictures are included in the movie. And, you know, he did say he was getting a lot of angry messages, hundreds of angry messages from our audience. So please, Alec has taken my picture out of the movie. He has apologized. He meant nothing by it. He wasn't trying to attack me or do anything in any way. Some people saying that it was
I'm surprised Papin didn't sue.
someone trying to make me look bad. I mean, it wouldn't make me look bad to say that I was an LGBT teen who committed suicide. If it were true, it would have been incredibly sad. But that's not what happened. And please lay off of Alec. He said he's still getting a lot of messages from people, Lewis, and that's kind of that. Now, the one thing I do want to touch on is this story, this controversy was written up on Breitbart, and the conspiratorial response that was on there. So here's an example of the Breitbart audience reaction to what happened here. The entire campaign is smoke and mirrors. He's a bad actor. This is staged to grab attention and promote his agenda. The documentary is not real. It's on private now on YouTube, which is bizarre for a documentary. David is scamming Breitbart and everyone else. So the idea, and there's a ton of these comments, the idea is I had myself put in the movie. And then I waited 14 months after the release of the movie to say anything about it, planning to complain that I was in the movie
Sounds like a commie move to me.
incorrectly, to bring attention to the issue of LGBT teen suicide, which isn't really a problem, but it's just part of my personal agenda. And I am actually gay, but I'm not a teen and I haven't committed suicide. Brilliant hypothesis.
See that? He just said I am actually gay.
It's from the Breitbart
It's
crowd.
good
What do you
enough for
expect from
me.
Breitbart? I know it is what it is. Yeah. So anyway, no, I had no part in this. Believe me, if I was involved in this in some way, would I really wait 14 months? And wouldn't I come up with something better than putting myself in the movie as someone who committed suicide? It makes no sense. But again, we have a conspiracy. We have someone here who is trying to obviously pull the,
we have an incredibly intelligent individual who is able to see through all the lies.
Right.
Right.
So in any case, that's the story there.
Confirmation, David's gay and he's dead. So he's got a clone. He's got a clone. Maybe that's his twin brother. R.I.P. David. Gay teen suicide. I'll have to mention that on Dr. K. I've never watched him. Yeah, he's tough to watch. He just is. But he's so full of shit. Yeah, it's but that was an excellent video. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, Trump's in Michigan doing another fucking rally today, huh? Uh-oh, transgender prostitute runs over man twice and then stabs him. Oh, wow.
Car speeding right into him. We're pausing the video right before he gets hit. The car reverses and hits him again, pushing him further into the street. Neighbors are on the phone, frantically calling 911.
Other people to help me turn him over. They want us to turn him over.
Another neighbor comes out with a pillow. And that's when the suspect, Karen Fisher, identified in court records as a man, but also described as she by police, returns with a knife in hand. The suspect yanks and flips Anderson over, straddles him, and kisses him. We're not showing what happens next because it's too graphic, but that's when police say Fisher stabs him 9 times. She casually walks off as if nothing happened and neighbors just watch. She then tries getting into another car while talking to witnesses. When that's unsuccessful, she leaps over the body and walks away.
Boom. Holy boom. If you're getting a prostitute, boys, you're buying a whore, don't misgender them or they'll kill you. Don't ask me how I know. Oh, wait, no, you can ask how I know. Because I saw this video over here. I saw this, and I was like, oh, that's probably what happened in this situation. As we head into Pride Month, boys, we got Stunning and Braves, prostitutes, of course. Has inflation hit the prostitute district? Anybody out there buying whores? Let me know. Inflation, Joe-flation hit the red light district, and these whores hard. They got to work hard for that money. Anyhow, here you've got this man who's walking down the street, and did he proposition
Bo Jackson and fucking drag over here. But damn, dudes be thirsty. I'm pulling up to a corner, and Bo motherfucking Jackson and drag walks up to me, offering some sex for Troy Fitty. I'll be like, nah, I'm okay. Even if I wasn't married, nah, I'm all right. Not my type. Not my type. But anyway, did this dude procure some services, and then find out that Bo Jackson here got a Louisville Slugger? Is that what's going on over here? And said, I'm out because this dude gets murdered in a fashion that is incredibly, this runs him down in this charger, charged him with a charger, boys, then backs over him. And you're sitting there going, wow, that's an angry driver. And then the community shows up and a challenger. Everybody's got a dodge here, boys. So then comes back like that. Run the dude down twice. Once in maximum overdrive, the other time in reverse. Comes back like nothing happened. Straddles hombre, kisses him on the forehead, and then stabs him 9 times. George Soros district shitbag attorneys goes that, the victim fell into the knife 9 times. It was probably a Donald Trump supporting racist, insurrectionist, homophobic, transphobe. Why? Well, look at him walking around. Look at him just walk. Only a transphobe could walk so confidently through wet streets like that. Look at that. So he deserved it. What? No. This is crazy. And to nobody's surprise, again, prostitute Bo Jackson over here has been known to the police. Fisher was already on community supervision for evading arrest in 2023. You just evade arrest these days. If you're the right skin color or political persuasion or you're in a Democrat shithole, you can just evade arrest for 5 years. That's fine. Zim Zerbalot over here was charged with prostitution in 2021, but the case was later dismissed. Also cuffed for disturbance in 2022, resulted in a mugshot. So clearly, we need some more of this leftism, boys. In all directions, by the way. We need some more Bo Jacksons over here in drag, and we need some more not arrested motherfuckers and let them evade arrest. And now the fucking prostitute, imagine this, has killed this dude. Transgender runs over a 64-year-old man twice before kissing him and stabbing him 9 times. K'Ron Fisher, charged with murder in the 185th degree. Holy balls. I guess, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's not first-degree murder, boys. Now, when you run somebody over a couple times, get out, straddle them with, rub your Louisville Slugger all over them. I have a prostitute everywhere. And stab them 9 times in front of everybody like fucking nothing because you've never been held accountable for any of your actions. That's murder in the 185th degree. Being held on a $2 million bond. Well, is this Houston? Yeah, it is. It's Austin or Houston. So, Bo, don't worry. If you're a frequent customer of Bo Jackson over here, I got a feeling this them will be on the red light corridor probably by the end of the year because ain't no motherfucker going to get arrested in Houston, even if you do shit like this, because that's how this Democrat shithole works. Get out there, make America great again, save America. Donald Trump. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Support channel. We kept up to date on what do you want to call this? Pride hors d'oeuvres, boys. Hit that subscribe button and make way because the salt must flow.
How fucked up is that? Prostitute. Proper pronouns, please. Oh, it's funny. That's something, man. That's something. That's something. See, I remember, when like people were beating up gay people and trans people, and that's not right either. I mean, yeah, especially the trans people are fucking weirdos. Let's face it, they're fucking weirdos, but they don't deserve to be beaten up for being weirdos. You know what I mean? Like, you can't beat somebody up. You can't put hands on people because you disagree or differ with them, or, you know, that's just, you know, that's just, it's just not right. Fuck the laws. You don't beat people up because they want to live a certain way. Now, if they fuck with your kids, that's a different story. And that's what they're doing now. Indoctrinating children in schools. You know? And they were willing to put up every time a gay person got beat up or a transgender got beat up. But now when the trans are getting violent, you don't hear about it. You got to have some YouTuber bring it to your attention. Our pal said, I got no problem with the normal gays as long as they aren't mincing around the place. Well, you know what I noticed with gay people? They don't, in the 70s, they wouldn't come out and say they were gay, but especially the men, they would enunciate their words to where you knew they were gay. Okay. And they weren't born that way. Bullshit. They were not born that way. That was basically, I guess they thought that was subtle and letting people know they're gay. But it was anything but so. Everyone, you know, they were flurring the rest of them teeth. You know what I mean? And you don't see that so much anymore. I don't see it. You know? I mean, most gay people act like they're straight from what I've seen. You know? Let's see if we can find something else.
The late night comedians, the three of them, are a good example of this, of what's happening. So most Americans are catching on that the news industry and the entertainment industry on television is corrupt, not honest. So the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, the week of April 29th, okay, averaged 1.4 million people. More people watch me, okay? Late Show, Colbert, 2.3 million. Kimmel, 1.6 million. All right? Those are minuscule numbers when you think about Johnny Carson and Jay Leno and David Letterman, those people. So nobody watches them. In fact, Fallon is down 33% in 5 years. Colbert is down 23%. Kimmel is down 2% because Kimmel never had any audience anyway. Now, what's happening, why this is happening, is because the late night guys will only do progressive liberal comedy and guests. They won't book it. I can't get on any of those shows, even though I was on Leno and Letterman all the time, and on Kimmel too, but not now. It's all left wing. Here's what happened last night on Colbert. Go.
I think what we're looking at right now is some significant stakes for the country about the future of our democracy. I don't think that anyone should be hiding from that or talking around that. So I don't try to be anything other than who I am, and I don't try to do anything but present what my point of view is in an informed way. I do it with facts.
All right, that's Jen Psaki, former Biden spokeswoman. I have dubbed her the queen of disinformation. But in Jen Psaki's mind, everything she says is fact-based. Everything. Because that's what she wants to believe. Now, would Jen Psaki report that Biden misled the entire world by saying that inflation was 9% when he took office? No. No. Wouldn't mention it. So she says, well, I base everything on facts. No, you don't. You don't report what you don't want to report. Anything that would make Biden look bad, you're going to ignore it totally. And she's on MSNBC. If you don't know, I don't know how anybody would know because nobody watches MSNBC. Okay, again, it is. But when you add it all up, you see what's happening with late night morning programming, the news agencies that run the nightly news broadcast. When you see it all, it's gone. And so Americans are adrift. They don't have anywhere to get the information. Let me make one final point. This is interesting. So on Tuesday, Indiana had a primary. All right, inside the primary, Trump got 78% of the vote, Nikki Haley 22%. So that's a pretty big number for Nikki Haley because she's out of the race, right? Well, here's what the left-wing press said. Go.
Nikki Haley, who's been out of the race for 2 months, got 125,000 votes and 21%.
That's gotta mean something.
Nikki Haley, someone who's no longer actually running, taking a substantial share of the votes, but still what you're seeing in Indiana is a large number, 22%.
Haley actually delivering a warning sign for the former president in last night's Republican primary in Indiana. While Trump did win, former candidate Nikki Haley grabbed 22% of the vote, even though she dropped out of the race in March.
All those people were lying to you. All of them. Okay? So that it was MSNBC and ABC News. They're all lying. Why were they lying? How were they lying? It was an open primary. Anybody could vote for anybody. Nikki Haley got 22% of the vote because Democrats crossed over and voted for her, just like New Hampshire. Remember New Hampshire? Democrats wanted to embarrass Trump, so they voted for Nikki Haley because Biden was a lock, and they were instructed to do that. Why didn't NBC News report that? How about ABC News? Why didn't you report that? No, it looked bad for Trump. Nikki Haley got 20 as a message. Totally bogus. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect.
And you know what, Poet? I feel the same way, but they are now indoctrinating children, in very small children in school. They are. It's just a fact. Drag queen story hour, gay pride flags, BLM flags in the classroom. Teachers are coming out as gay to their students. Why do your students need to know how you have sex? Why do they need to know that? So, That's where I have a problem. Leave the fucking children alone. Leave them the fuck alone. I didn't think Saki looked that bad. She's older. She looks a little older, but I didn't think she looked that bad. I mean, she definitely looked different. I knew who she was, but you need to stash your cash in yen. The mass normalization of grooming kids via public education. Right. I guess lunch was over. Lunch with mommy. Well, it is Mother's Day, so. Gent sucky. So if anybody feels like donating, there is a pinned comment at the top of the page. My buymeacoffee.com. And if you have Cash App, I can put that up, or PayPal. Let me know. People. Poet said, I agree with you that the indoctrination is horrible. I don't consider them a nice person, which was my qualifier. I called my mother mommy when I was a small child. Thanks for elucidating that fact. We call my wife mommy, and she and the kids call me daddy. That's okay, Nelson. Nelson Mandela. Nelson from Kansas. What's up, Liquid? Yeah, I definitely got to quit smoking, man. It's really fucking with me. I really got to quit. I've been reading this book. Easy Way to Stop Smoking. He makes some good points that I never thought about, you know? So. I'll tell you what, the next thing that you're going to see, they're going to try to normalize pedos. I guarantee it. I guarantee you they're going to try to get society to accept pedos, or to feel sorry for them at the very least, or, you know. Yeah. They're already calling them MAPs, minor attracted persons, right? That's what the commies do. They change the language. then they infiltrate schools and stuff like that. God damn. Jimmy, don't use the word pedo. It's a slur. The correct term is minor attractive person, or MAT. They're already at it. I know, but you're going to see a push. You're going to see a push for it. Jimmy, how's your prostate? Better. I'm going to try a dopamine fast for 2 weeks. Well, I've been on a dopamine fast for a year. They're saying pedo is a sexuality. I know. It's all started with gay marriage that they illegally made into some kind of right. Supreme Court can't do that. Did the same thing with abortion. And not that I'm against gay marriage, but they went about it illegally. The Supreme Court doesn't give you rights. It doesn't. They don't have the power to do it. But they did it. That's how these commies work. The minor attractive. Well, I mean, I feel the same way, Poet, about. Damn. So when. For a while there, it looked like they were going to try to force people to address obvious men who presented as women by their preferred pronouns. They were going to force you to do this. And I think that's just as terrible. I think it is. And I see, I don't know how many times I've seen these transgender people. They're in a workplace, but they're always in a position where they can be seen visibly. You know what I mean? Like a cashier. I don't know how many times I've seen cashiers that were obvious transgenders, you know, or a hostess at a restaurant, or, you know, it's fucking ridiculous. The lengths that these commies will go to try to normalize deviant behavior. That's what it is. It's deviant behavior. Some children are, oh, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Say goodbye to Nelson Mandela. You got to go. Can't be fucking with the kids. I started using heroin again. Jesus Christ, our pal. I need to get on top of it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that shit'll kill you. Sorry to hear that, dude. Wow. Oh, shit. All right. Jim. Oh, Christ. Motherfucker. I gotta redo it. Bobbity with the $5 donation. Thank you, Bobbity. I say again, Uncle Bobbity just donated $5 to my Buy Me a Coffee. You too can be like Uncle Bobbity. And if you have Cash App or PayPal, let me know. I'll put it up. What's up, Special K? Yeah, but you know, our pal, heroin ain't just a blimp. I mean, yeah. It doesn't take long to get hooked on heroin. Do they really have heroin out where you are? I mean, in the Philadelphia area, from what I understand, it's all fentanyl. There's no heroin to get. And here in Philly, they mix it with this shit called xylazine. It's this like this animal tranquilizer, and it literally can make your skin necrotic. You know, people walking around with these big open sores and. Grift begins. That's right, Bobbity. Bobbity stepped off the grift. Broadcast Bar, what's up? What's up, man? Brian and I donated on Cat. Did you? Okay. Let me see. Ew, fuck me. Why does it never tell me who did it? The fuck don't want to do that? Wait a minute. All right. Thank you, Eccentric Poet and Brian, for the $5 donation on Cash App. Thank you very much. I say again, Eccentric Poet and her husband Brian donated on $5 on Cash App. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jimmy, yeah, I know. I saw it. Yeah. Uncle Bobbity. Our pal, I call on the power of suggestion to compel you to stop doing the H by the power of suggestion. Yeah, that's some serious shit, heroin. That's not like, that's, you know. I consider that the worst drug because you never know what you're getting. At least with, I mean, and alcohol is very dangerous too, but at least you know that you're getting alcohol. You know what I mean? And you can, they put proofs on it and percentages and, you know. So, I mean, you know, heroin, you know, I've seen so many people die from heroin. Yeah, it's a shame. And now it's not even heroin. It's a more powerful opiate called fentanyl. Jim, you got to do an AJ on our pal and send him to detox. We've seen how much clearer AJ thinks because of it, which is a testament to the detox programs. Well, our pal, you know, like, what's stopping you from going to detox? I mean, go to detox. I mean, AJ quit drinking because we hammered him in the chat. So I'm sure he was already thinking about it, you know, but maybe we put him over the top. Am I behaving? No, I was just talking about trans people. And you popped up. AJ now sober, clean cut, and voting Trump. Thanks to Jimmy. Think about what it could do for you, our pal. Well, he ain't clean cut and he ain't voting for Trump, so it's maybe 1 out of 3. I need a grammar detox because my spelling is atrocious. Is AJ really voting Trump? Hell no. Hell no. He's still retarded when it comes to politics. He was getting really bad, though. I would bring him on the show, and there was a lot of interference from his end, and he would swear there wasn't. And there's 20 people in the chat screaming, yes, there is. You know, I just started booting him off. You know, he wasn't making any sense. But then, yeah, he was on his 3rd or 4th beer. Where the fuck is he now, anyway? Yeah. I did. I was clean for 5 years. I just got a bit pissed off and fell off the wagon. Not a problem. We'll be back on top of it soon. Well, the thing with heroin, you know, like that's not something you can put off at a future date because you'll never do it. You just got to make an immediate decision. That's why they preach in AA and NA not to take the first one, you know, because first one leads you to the 1000th, you know. The first one feels good, and then after that, you're just chasing it. You know, it's horrible. I mean, I've been briefly tempted to go have a drink at the bar, you know, but yeah, it's never been good for me. You know what I mean? It just hasn't. And I didn't drink as much as AJ. I mean, I was drinking every stream. I think I was pretty logical, but I didn't drink tremendous amounts, and I drank every day though. That was the problem. So it's giving me fucking diarrhea and all kind of shit. Well, our pal, that's something you need to get on top of right now. Don't make excuses, because you'll just get mired in the addiction. Now, I don't understand it myself. I mean, I know this shit was hurting me, and yet I continued to do it. It made no sense. The whole thing is illogical. Addiction is not logical. It just isn't. I'm on the methadone script. I know what I'm doing. I know I fucked up, but I'm not jabbing it, just smoking. Wow. I mean, that's another thing people do too. They'll justify what they're doing is not as bad and all this bullshit. Dude, if I were you, I'd try to get off the methadone too. Try to get off all of it. Get off all of it. Fuck that shit, man. I mean, look at me now. I'm still smoking, which is an addiction. There's no doubt about it. I got to get off this, man. I got one pack of cigarettes. That's it. I'm quitting. Or at least going to the vape. Because I can't take this shit anymore. I did quit before and vape for 5 years. It took about 2 months and my breathing went back to normal. So, do I drink coffee? Yes, but not a lot. 1 or 2 cups a day. That's right. Wolfie said you can do it again, our pal. Yeah, man, fuck around and drop dead. I know so many people that died from heroin. I mean, it's just, and like I said, now here, at least in the Philadelphia area, you can't get heroin. It's all fentanyl, all coming from China to Mexico. Apparently, it's cheaper. It's more powerful. And I don't know, man. And I see these people high. They ain't having fun. They're not even in control of themselves. I'd be afraid to be like that on the street. Somebody beat you the fuck up. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, our pal, you got to get off that shit, man. You got to make a decision right now. Just get off that shit. There's no point in putting it off. It really isn't. Because you could die. I mean, that would be my number one reason. Like I said, I really got to quit this smoking, man. This is fucking insane. It really is. It's fucking insane. Pure fucking insanity. You should think about interviewing addicts, giving them advice you have a knack for from AA. I don't know. I mean, let me tell you something. I guarantee you, AJ was at the point where he wanted to quit. You know what I mean? And we just maybe pushed him over the edge. You know, because believe me, you can talk to somebody doing drugs to your blue in the face. The fact is, they're not going to stop until they want to stop. They're not. I mean, it doesn't matter how much logic you talk to somebody taking drugs, because the whole drug game is illogical. So there's no reasoning with a person. You know what I mean? Now, you know, and I would also say most drug addicts want to quit. They want to quit. They want to stop, but, you know, they jerk themselves off. They put it off. They, you know, and the addiction becomes bigger, you know, until some cataclysmic event happens. Get locked up, health problems, you know, life leaves you, shit like that. I mean, it doesn't have to go that way, but for a lot of people it does. I mean, you know. So I don't think I'm really, I think I would be, I think anybody would be good at talking to a person that really wants to quit. You just support their effort to quit. You know what I mean? It's, you know, then maybe they're willing to listen to some reason. You know what I mean? But, you know, people tell you, I know. And all drug addicts know that drugs ain't good for them. And yet they continue to do it. I mean, you know, it's a baffling thing. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I mean, I can tell you from my own experience. I mean, I know this shit was killing me. It's just like this smoking. I'm having problems breathing. And I'm a landscaper. I mean, it's going to stop me from working. The fuck am I going to do then? You know, I got this last pack, and I got that book to knock out. The rest of that book. See, I'll put this on the internet for $11. Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking. Just giving the advice and putting it online could be helpful for people, even if not for the person you're giving the advice. Plus, it's an epidemic, so there's a large audience. Yeah, you know, and plus, see, people that have listened to me know I was a drug addict, you know, an alcoholic. Because, you know, I used to drink right on the stream. Hit Whippets, Trip, Xanax. I mean, oh, you guys know. I mean, you know, I did it openly. I didn't try to hide it. And you probably believe I'm sober because you're not seeing me do any of that shit now. You know, if I went back to drinking again, I'd have a cold one right now. You know, so. Oh, that book worked for you? Broadcast Bar. You read the Alan Carr book? You read this? Now he has seminars too, right? I looked it up. The seminar's like $475. What? You can do it online, and I'm not paying that. Yeah, Jimmy from Philly. Advice. White advice sounds too much like toilet humor, so Jimmy from Philly, advice is more directly to the point. Jimmy, are you able to see? Oh, oh, hold on. Oh, fuck. It looks like no. I can't see it. No. I'm not on Twitter. I'm banned, and I never really tried to get back on. I'm banned from Twitter. They just gave me a 30-day ban on Facebook too. Actually, it lasted a month or two. I couldn't believe it. But no, I couldn't see it. What's up, Swirly? What's happening? Swirly. It's a great community because we don't have to hide our shit because we don't get judged. Well, I mean, I don't know. I never. What's up, Amps? I never really. Hold on, Damien. So I can't link you Twitter vids right now, right? Just checking. You had before, but that one I didn't seem to be able to do. I don't know why. All right, no problem. So Dangerfield gives good advice, tells it like it is, and 100% don't judge because he's been there too. Yeah, I never, I'll be honest with you, I never gave a fuck what people thought about my drug use. You know what I mean? I just never cared. It's my life, you know. But I was affecting other people's life, you know. Like I was a total asshole at that rooming house in Glenside. I was a total asshole. But, you know, Wi-Fi Not for TV deserves some of that, too. She used me, you know what I mean? And then kicked me out when she knew I wasn't working, you know, so. Fuck her. Yeah, I got her back good. Elon will restore your right to tweet. Yeah, well, how do you go about doing that? The Twitter account Republicans Against Trump found a pic of some debris after a rally and claimed it was after the latest Trump rally. And the person responding used a Google image shows it's 4 years old. You know, I never could stand a liar. I just, it just drives me nuts. It really does. It drives me nuts. Never could stand a liar. Oh, hold on, Damien. Wait. Music warning, may have to mute. What does that mean? Damien. No. If it has some kind of racial shit in there, you know. What do you mean may have to mute? What does that mean? Oh, all right. No, you can get away with pretty much playing some music. Oh, come on. God damn it.
Figlimi a cutterare, mamma mia, pensaccia tu. Sitte ogni pisciaolo, ite va, ite viene sempre baccalare del mare bene. Se ci picchia fantasia, baccalare, figlimi. Oh mamma, la 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 la. Oh mamma, la 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 la. Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the baker boy, and look, he's got a cannoli in his hand. C'è la luna, mezza mare, mamma mia, mi maradare. Figlimi a cutterare, mamma mia, pensa.
That's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. All right, there is a pinned comment at the top of the page. If you feel like donating, please do. And I do have Cash App and PayPal. I found a gym that has a wall for social climbers. What the fuck? Women cook, me eat. God damn. Yeah, this smoking gotta go, man. Okay, now that's Kensington. They just cleaned up Kensington, a section of Kensington, I think Saturday, right? Got it looking all clean. But my sources tell me that all the junkies just moved in front of people's houses on the side streets, like a block or two away. So, yeah. Until they round all these people up and fucking tell them jail or rehab, you know, it's just going to continue. But apparently this is a section of Kensington they didn't clean up. This is live. Now that's transit police. So they can only really do shit when people are on SEPTA property. And that would be the steps going up to the elevated train right there to the left of the car. So they're not going to bother with these guys. Doors aren't closing. Oh, shit. So I knew it would be all bullshit. You know? They cleaned up a nice section of Kensington Avenue, but yeah. They just move them around. Every few years, they do this massive cleanup. They take the tents down. They do all this shit. Yeah, but they don't lock the people up. You need to lock them up. Lock them up. Put them in rehab. That's it. They need to warn them. If you're on the street between, you're getting locked up.
I hate rich people. I mean, half the world's starving to death, and he lives like that. I mean, I ask you. You see, I believe in a fairer distribution of wealth. I always have done. Well, I'm a socialist, you see. And I think, we should all do everything we can to help, because that is the creed. So.
No, come on, you fucking.
Good job. Good job.
What the fuck would I want to do that for? Special case that British Columbia is reversing some of the progressive drug laws now. I guess they weren't working. 3 weeks, Jim. I really don't see the point in that. Is that Jim Gaffigan? No, I don't think so. Impress the hose. One slip up and your knee explodes. Pretty much. Should I try that? Should I make a separate channel? Jimmy from Philly. Advice! Take advice from me. You'll be sitting in some shitty black neighborhood in South Philly, living with a bunch of dickheads that think it's okay to steal a cat. You know? Fucking bullshit. Now everybody wants to like push people towards AA. You know what I mean? Like that seems to be what they try to push people to. But the fact is, most people just stop. You know what I mean? You can, a lot of people stop with no treatment whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's just that it's been beaten in my brain that you got to go to AA or NA or, you know. And quite frankly, I'm sick of a lot of these people. I'm just, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good people, but I just don't want to be around liars, deceivers, manipulators. And there's a high concentration of that in any of these 12-step fellowships. And I just, you know, I just had enough of these kind of people. You know, I mean, I wasn't a scumbag when I was getting high, so you know. And from my personal experience, nothing against you, our pal, but I found heroin addicts to be the most devious fucking people. Even sober, they're just no morals, no fucking. Most of them, no fucking morals. I mean, there's some that shine through, but for the most part, don't justify doing anything. Let me see. All righty then. Oh, fuck. Yep. Quite the. Oh, there's AJ. AJ, talk to our pal. Tell him to get sober. He's on that heroin. You still sober, AJ? So our pal said, Jimmy, I'd like to hear your opinion on what San Salvador has done about its gang problems, if you know about it. No, I don't know anything about it, so. I don't know anything about it. I don't. It's probably something brutal. That's what you got to do with. Listen, man. When you're dealing with fire, you got to fight fire with fire. I mean, you know. I mean, it's just like they're dealing with these drug addicts in Kensington. They clear a block or two or three or four, and they just push the problem somewhere else. They've been doing this for years. It's ridiculous. Lock up the fucking drug addicts. Start locking them up. Offer them services. If they don't want services, they got to do a stint in jail. It's that simple. You know, I mean, it's that simple. Start locking them the fuck up. Because they got to go somewhere. You know. And now, from what I understand, people I know that live down there, they're putting their tents in front of people's houses and all kind of shit. You know, now they're a bigger problem for the residents. They've literally destroyed the businesses down there. Them and the big box stores have destroyed small businesses. Kensington Avenue used to be pretty decent. You go down there and shop for different things, and it was a shopping area. Yeah, still sober. Good for you. Yeah, we had our pal come out and say he's dabbling with heroin again. So, quite the outfit today. Yeah, nuclear MAGA, motherfucker. 25 years of heroin addiction, no criminal record. Well, you're not the norm. Most people, I would venture to say, most people that have done heroin have some kind of criminal record because they got to steal to support it. Yeah. I mean, just the act of buying it is a crime. I mean, possessing it is a crime. So, you know, you get caught just possessing it. I don't think that should be a crime, but, you know, if you're stealing to get it, stealing, you know. But the mere possession of it for your own use, I don't think that should be a crime. I think it's a medical condition. Stop giving out free methadone. Yeah, well, methadone is just another way to transfer the addiction and control people. That's my opinion based on what I've seen. You're still on a drug, you know. How about you stop the importation of drugs? How about that? They should close Mexico and China the fuck down. Don't let these countries deal with any other country. All the drugs coming out of mostly Mexico and China. Shut them down. They can't, nothing in, nothing out. That's it. You're getting shut down. Shut them down. The world could do it. I mean, you know, shut them the fuck down. They're killing people left and right. Whatever happened to PCP? Well, now it comes in the form of so now they dip cigarettes in the shit, and it's mostly like a minority thing now amongst black people and Spanish people. They dip cigarettes in it. They call them dippers. We actually had a Spanish guy here. Looked like he was white, but real asshole was here for a while. Real fucking asshole. But that's all he was addicted to. So he left a while ago, said he wasn't like us, which meant he thought he was better. And I don't know if he's still sober. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? I really don't. I had a well-paid job. Well, you know, like I mean, heroin's just a really bad drug. I mean, you know, you could die every time you do it. I mean, you know, carpenters call it angel dust. Yeah, that used to be around back in the day when I was a kid. Back in the day when I was a kid, they sold in these little bags what they called tea, which was for THC, right? But it wasn't THC, it was PCP. Because THC, I've never seen that sold. You know, it can only last outside of a freezer for like a couple of hours. THC is what gets you high in pot, right? They would call it tea because that sounded better than PCP. But you could stick a match in the bag, and what was ever on top of the match, you could snort that, and you felt like you were this fucking tall for the next 3 hours. Yeah. It's the disassociative. Why I ever like doing that, I couldn't tell you, but for $5, I could get high 2 or 3 times. Now, you're talking when I was 16, so, 44 years ago, in the 70s. Let's get small. You ever see that? Let's see if I can do it. It's too long of a bit. Yeah, they would, Steve Martin does that. Let's get small. The police pulling up to him. Are you small? No, we're not small. It's pretty funny. All my money went on gear, though. Pisses me off to think about how much I've thrown away. Yeah, I mean, probably ain't eating as good as you should be. Probably dehydrated at some level. Although none of that's going to make you get sober, dude. You have to be fed up with living that life. You know what I mean? You have to be fed up with it. That's really what the key is. You have to be sick and tired of living like that. And that takes years for some people. It takes what it takes. How much pain are you willing to put up with? That's what it comes down to. What's up, Linda? Is Linda here? What's up, Linda? How are you? How are you? Okay. Steve Martin. I believe that sex is the most beautiful, natural, and wholesome thing that money can buy. Funny, well, it's tricky because you're treading the pain of using for the pain you were trying to cover by using. Yeah, I mean, addiction is very illogical. I mean, it's just very illogical. And I would venture that most drug addicts want to stop. They want to stop. But the pain of stopping stops them. And plus they think they're going to miss out on things, like they're going to miss out on the pleasure of getting high, so. I mean, I just develop better habits, just like not drinking is fine for me. I don't miss it at all. I mean, I have been briefly tempted a few times, but yeah. Now in AA they'll tell you, well, if you don't go to meetings, you'll get drunk again. Well, I know a lot of people that stop going to AA and still don't drink. So, I don't know what to tell you. I may start to go again at some point. Who the fuck knows? But not down here, not in South Philly. I've met too many assholes. It's just too much. Too much. I don't like it down here one bit. I want to get the fuck out of here. Being in AA, they're all fucking talk about wanting to drink. It's tiring. Nah, well, I had a sponsor who said, if you want to drink, go drink. You know what I mean? Like, this is for people who don't want to drink. He was right. But people don't like that. People don't like hearing the truth. If you want to drink, go drink until you're sick of it and you want to stop. That's what AA is for. That's what NA is for. It's for people who desire to stop. I mean, who the fuck wants to go to AA or NA if you want to drink or get high? I heard Willie Nelson got run over. Thomas Chong stopped smoking weed at 88, did he? I don't know. Willie Nelson stopped smoking weed? I never heard that. Really? Yeah, weed makes me paranoid too. Yeah, vamps. I mean, like if you can smoke weed and it doesn't control your life, then go ahead, knock yourself out. I mean, people are adults; they can partake in any drug they want. If it's not controlling your life, if you're not spending a ton of money on it, people are free to do what they want. You know what I mean? But drugs are very murky thing, because logic is thrown out the window when you're involved in a drug addiction, alcohol, whatever. Logic is the first thing to go. The first fucking thing to go. So, what are you going to do? AA is not for picking up chicks. Well, some guys, I knew some guys that did quite well in AA. For picking up women. But you got to understand, a lot of these women are damaged. So you're not getting them in their prime. Let's put it that way. And from what I see, most of the women put on weight. They look terrible. Terrible. First thing they do, man, they balloon up. And that's like 80% of them. So. I never made a point of hitting on women in AA. Never did. I figured I don't need anybody as fucked up as me or more fucked up than me. You know what I mean? Of course, I did hit on Carol. Look what I got. A kid that doesn't talk to me. And had to pay thousands of dollars for this kid over the years, right? Get none of the joy. Life ain't fair. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, I've seen some real hot chicks too, but for the most part, most of the women look like shit. They put weight on. They do, they put weight on. especially the older ones. You know, they ain't moving their ass. You know. All right. Well, listen, people. I got to get out of here. I got to eat something. I got to get ready to go to sleep in 3 hours. So I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. Please hit like if you haven't hit like already. Somehow it fucking helps me. Who the fuck knows how? But I appreciate the donations from Brian and Poet and Bobbity. So yeah, I'm probably not going to stream again till next Sunday. It's very difficult for me. Then again, we might get rained out 1 or 2 days this week, so I'll probably stream that day. But it's just very tough for me to stream. I mean, I'm getting home at like 6:30 at night. You know, it sucks, but you know, what can I do? All right, people. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit like. See ya.